Hey preppers, Rich Lang with Prep You outside the bunker once again. Just wanted to revisit a video. I really don't think I did it justice or the importance of it. And this is prepping for your pets. Now, and I don't care, if we're talking house pets, okay? Because I know those of you out there in the rural areas that, have horses and maybe pet goats and stuff like that. When it comes to having to leave your home for weather-related incidents to evacuate or not so much bug out. We know we're not going to bug out for a lot of things, although that does happen. Wildfires, hurricanes, flooding and stuff like that. I know some of you will load the horses up and have a place already in mind. Others just let them go and they'll get them later. This is mostly for your house pets, not your goldfish, not your guinea pigs. This is for your dogs and your cats. And I just wanted to revisit this one more time. Like I said, I don't think I really put the importance on it. I kind of put it together with some other information. But I really feel this is one area that we don't really put a lot of effort into it. Oh, we make sure they have food. I mean, we use the different kinds of online places, which is really great because, I mean, let's face it, you just go online if you're running out of it and it arrives, in a couple of days or whatever. The important thing about this is you want to make sure that you have, just like when we do our own stockpiling, the stuff you're using, a backup to the stuff we're using, and a backup to the backup, the 3 deep. And the whole 30, 60, 90 days of food and all that to have around. But I just want to show you what I have set up for our 2 dogs. We also have a cat. My daughter has it set up. There's a little go bag for the cat. Obviously the cat will have a carrier. She also has a bag that's got her medicine, extra water bowls, extra food bowls, extra food, both wet and dry to take with. Any medicine that the cat might have, a leash if you can get your cat to accept a leash. And if you can't get a cat to accept a leash, you should probably also buy a harness for that cat too, because they're going to pull out of any kind of collar. Because let's face it, they're mostly fur. There's not much to a cat, unless you have a Maine Coon, and then that's a big cat, or is it an American Calico? No, I think it's like whatever the tabby cat is, the orange one. Those are huge. Buddy might have one. It was huge. But anyhow, this is mostly for dogs. But I'm not excluding the cat owners. Like I said, my daughter has it all set up. But this is what we carry. This is just a regular duffel bag. I'll lift it up here just a little bit. You can see. Just a regular duffel bag. You can see the size of it. Those of you that are NRA members, you know exactly how big the bag is. But this is what we have put together for our dogs. And again, you want to pre-plan, just like we pre-plan for everything. Maybe there's some places if you have to leave for a while, whatever, you can't take them with. Maybe you can't find a hotel that will accept your pets. Now, there is a major difference between your pets and service animals. Everybody accepts service animals, so you're pretty safe to say, I'm taking them with. They can't say anything about it. That's just the way it is, and thank goodness that's the way it is. It should be that way. But just your household pets, even though you love them, a lot of people don't. And you don't want to impose on people. You need to plan ahead. If you're evacuating for whatever reason, you're going to a relative, probably not a big deal. But if it is a big deal and you're going to a relative or whatever, you might also want to have cages at the ready. Maybe you don't cage train your dogs. These 2 sleep on the couch all the time. They're really good. They've always been that way. But for travel, but for staying at somebody else's house or wherever, bring some cages. You might even be able to get into hotels easier if you say, hey, my animals are cage trained. I take them outside when they have to go to the bathroom. I'll clean up after them. When they come back into the room, they're going into the cages. They'll eat in the cages and whatever, and they may be a little bit happier by doing that. So just get some cages and have them at the ready. It's just like everything else. So you need to think about that. You need to think about where you're going. But what if you can't take them with? Is there boarding services? in the area where you're at that are they board them for hurricanes and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't live in an area like that. If you're in an area where there's wildfires or earthquakes, I think I would just really plan very hard to take them with you if you can. But this is our bag. It's not very big. It's heavy, but it's not very big. I'm just going to go through the contents. This is what we carry. I'm not saying this is what you have to carry. Just a place to start, okay? And I have a list here that I'll take a look at in case I missed anything. So this is just a big fluffy blanket. You can get them at I buy stuff like this at Cabela's or Bass Pro, same place really. They're like $9, and it's wrapped with paracord, so you got paracord coming with it. And with the food, like I said, you want to rotate. This is all new food that came in from Chewy just this last week. There's only one kind of treats my dogs like, truly, and it's chew sticks. So we get them these chew sticks. As you can tell, chew stick monster over here, she's already up and raring to go. So we always keep chew sticks. There's probably, there's 3 of them in here. We rotate. As we buy more, we rotate through. We always try to keep 3 in here. The other dog, this one over here, he loves these. Lily will eat them, but it's nice to have some treats. Especially if you're still training your dog, make sure that you pack training treats in here too, because they'll respond to those a lot better. They'll be in a different situation. They'll be a little freaked out. So you want to keep them as happy as possible. Give them stuff that they're used to. If they have toys, pack a couple toys in here too. Food, this is the dry food that we carry with. I've just happened to, because of the bag size, I have 3-gallon bags of their favorite food. Name brand isn't popular, whatever you use. Have 3 of these in there. I supplement their food with dry or wet. I supplement the dry with wet. So here's the wet that we carry. We're running a little short. I normally keep 8 in here. If you have an order from Chewy, it should arrive tomorrow. So I'll take these out, put them in the cabinet, put more in here. You want to have a towel for drying them. There's shampoo in here. I'm not going to pull the shampoo out. No reason giving certain products anything. So there's shampoo in here. Let's see, what else is in here? In here is their medications, heartworm, vitamins, whatever other medication that your pet might be on. Make sure you have extra. It's worth the money to pay forward to a pharmacy or your vet or whatever and get a little bit extra and have it in here, and then obviously you can just rotate it. But if you want to order it from Chewy, remember your especially like your rabies and your heartworm, stuff like that, has to be up to date or you're not going to get the stuff. So you got tick medicine, extra tick collars in here because you don't know where you're going to be at any one time. So what else do we carry in here? As always, you're going to see some of the stuff that I pull out of here. You go, Rich, again? I do a lot of redundancies in my bags, and you'll be able to tell right off the bat. And here we go. Flashlight. Always keep a flashlight with the bag. What if this is the only bag that survives that you can get out? Got a flashlight, extra batteries. In this pouch also, emergency water for the dogs. You want to make sure that they have clean fresh water, although we all know dogs really don't need clean fresh water, but it's good for them, especially if you're going to mix with their food. Couple collapsible bowls, water bowl, food bowl, or they each get their own food bowl, and then you can have some kind of Sierra cup out of your kit for them to drink water out of. Make sure they're hydrated as you are, but these are, food or water bowls. We use those when we went to film on. These are just emergency sleeping bags to have. It's just, I had extra, so I threw them in here. You can also use them for the dogs, but what I really have for the dogs is this is an emergency 2-piece thermal tent that can go up really quickly. These sleeping bags you can always use, for ground cloth. And here's actually 1 sleeping bag and 1 emergency blanket. that you can put down. That's your vapor barrier for if they're going to sleep on this. Nope. Oh well. A couple other things I always carry with them, just some disposable silverware, you know, plasticware, not silverware. Also, what's this one? I didn't know if, this is a P30. This is a P38. It's not a P51. It's P38 military can opener. Nice to have. You run out of food, you get food from someplace else. You don't have a can opener. 2 dogs. You get 2 extra collars. Always. In here's also copies of the rabies and everything else is in here in an envelope. A knife. I carry knives with every single kit I have. There's always a knife in there also. We got 2 leashes. I got 2 collars. A tip key. Tip key's nice to have. And that's basically it. I mean, you know, so like I said, food, treats, emergency water, collapsible bowls, leashes, collars, blankets, emergency blanket for ground cover, a knife. There's a spoon in there. Plus you've got the plasticware and stuff like that. Shampoo, tick remover. You saw tick meds or tick shampoo, or tick collars. Always nice to have, unless they're on Bravecta. Bravecta helps, really nice. Heartworm medicine also. I guess that's the same stuff. I'm not sure. Any medications they're on, and vitamins. This old girl right here, she gets stuff for her joints, and it makes her much happier. She can still beat up the pup. And toys. If you've got toys, you know, have that too. But yeah, I just want to revisit this, especially for the pets, pet owners, that they know what's going on. Again, if you're in an area where you're prone to have to leave, pre-plan that. Pre-plan it with family members. Pre-plan it with, you know, boarding place. Maybe even if you're going someplace that the hotels won't take a dog, maybe there's a boarding place close by that you can have their number, so when you know you're going to evacuate, you call both and say, hey, I got to evacuate. I'm staying at this hotel. Got a spot for 2 dogs, 2 small dogs. They can be in the same cage together. I don't know how long we're going to be here. And they may say, yeah, sure, as long as they have their Bordetella and their rabies and, you know, whatever other kind of vaccination that they might need. You need to make sure that you have copies of that inside here also, in a plastic bag. Also, your contents list should also be inside here, so you know what's in here. So that's it. That's prepping with pets. Prepping with for your pets. Wow, it's late. I'm getting tired. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. We're also now on TikTok, believe it or not. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot harder to do a TikTok video because you got a minute. And you know me, I just keep talking and talking and talking. But anyhow, that's prepping for your pets. Thank you very much. Subscribers, thank you. Please pass this along to pet lovers and pet owners and people that help pets and stuff like that. But yeah, don't forget, be aware of your surroundings. Have at least 72 hours of bug out food and 30, 60, 90 days of shelter in place food, because 99% chance you're going to shelter in place anyhow. Make sure you know how you can protect that food also, whatever way, shape, or form that you prefer to do that. And please prep like your life depends on it, because it really does. Don't forget, we got a lot of videos out there, over 160 videos, and there's a whole bunch on the playlist to make it easier to find what you want to see. So thanks a lot, preppers and survivalists. We'll see you next time.